All right, guys, I have these golden biscuits right here, butter flavored. I'm just gonna put these in the bottom of the pan. Don't forget to grease the pan before you do it. Get these out. All right. You don't have to make them look nice. Everything's kind of going on top, so kind of spread them out a little bit. It's gonna be a nice bottom layer. All right. You don't have to cover the whole bottom either. Like I said, this is just gonna be a kind of a bottom crust. Now I'm gonna take vanilla frosting. And it helps if you take this and put it in the microwave first. It's a little bit easier to pour. And I'm gonna take some blueberry pie filling. It's a great, easy dump cake. You guys are gonna love this. All this out. Spread this out a little bit. I absolutely love blueberries. I used to eat them all the time when I was a little kid. This dessert's gonna be great. All right, that looks good. Now you're gonna take this lemon cake right here. What goes better with blueberries than lemon? Dump this out. Without the bag, probably. All right. I'm just gonna take this cake and spread it out a little bit. Do not mix anything. This is gonna kind of be like almost like a crumble topping to it. That looks great right there. Now, important step that you need to do, I have a stick of butter right here. I'm gonna take these, just kind of place them on the top. And it's gonna give it a nice golden brown color. It's gonna help cook the cake a little bit, give it a nice buttery flavor to it. This is a great summer dessert, blueberries, lemon. Got those biscuits on the bottom. Those biscuits are great. You could use those for dinner, for desserts, anything really. Just gonna finish putting that on top. Butter right here. All right. Now for one of the final steps I actually have some fresh blueberries right here. You're gonna take these and just put them on the top like this. Makes it look really nice. That's great. All right, now I'm gonna put this in the oven on 350 for 45 minutes. All right guys, here's our blueberry lemon dessert. Just came out of the oven. Look how good that looks. I'll serve myself a piece right here. Cake is done perfectly. I like the edges, the golden brown on the outside. This out. Gonna be a little stubborn. How good that looks. All right, guys, I have 1 box of yellow cake mix. Next, I'm gonna do 3 eggs. Okay. Now I have 1 stick of melted butter. So you're pretty much gonna follow the instructions on the back of the cake box. I am also gonna add a half a can of this crushed pineapple. I'm making an awesome pineapple cake today. A little bit more, all right. It's about half a can. Now I'm also gonna do 3/4 of a cup of pineapple juice. So I'm only gonna use about half what's in here because I'm gonna use the other half for the frosting I'm gonna make for this cake. All right. Give this all really good mix. This cake's gonna be awesome. Really light, refreshing. Love pineapple. gonna take this. I have this silicone bundt pan. And I'm gonna take this and just pour it all around it. Now remember guys, you don't need to spray these, which is what's great about it. Try not to get any batter in the middle like I just did. Oh, this already smells great. Oh, didn't mix some. It's okay. It'll all get nice and mixed together while it's baking. Okay. That looks great. Now I'm gonna take this, put it in the oven on 350 for about 40 minutes. All right guys, right here I have 1 cup of powdered sugar. Now I'm adding 1/4 of a cup of melted butter. What I'm doing is I'm making the topping for our pineapple cake. So really, really quick icing. Then I'm gonna use the rest of the pineapple juice that I had, about 3/4 of a cup. Now I'm gonna use my trusty fork. I don't know if you guys follow my friend Kristen. She's the one who uses this quite a bit, so I'm giving it a try for the first time. Give this a good mix. It's not gonna be overly thick, but you're gonna see what we're gonna do to the cake to make sure this absorbs in the cake very nicely. And that's it. All right guys, I just took this out of the oven a little while ago, let it cool. Now I'm gonna take this stick right here and just make some holes in it. Let's see what we're gonna do with this. And I am going all the way to the bottom. All right. That's good. Now I'm gonna take some of this icing that I made and I'm just gonna pour it over the top. And there are some chunks in there from the pineapple chunks, that's okay. All right. I'm gonna save some of this for the top. Now I'm gonna take this and just let it sit out so all the icing soaks into the cake. All right, looks like this has been sitting long enough. Looks like all the icing kind of soaked into that. So now I'm gonna take this upside down and hopefully everything came out. Feels like it did. Oh, that looks perfect. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. So now I still have some more icing left, so I'm just gonna take it and kind of drizzle it on the top. Can't have too much icing. Oh, that looks amazing. All right. Now I'm gonna serve myself a slice. Oh, it's so moist. How moist that is. All right, guys, first I'm adding this box of golden butter cake. That in there. I'm doing, I don't know if you guys heard of this, but a soda cake. So I have about 12 ounces of orange soda right here. Pour that in. What's great about these cakes is you just buy regular cake mix, whatever kind you like, whatever kind of soda you like. You don't need eggs, butter, oil, anything like that. That's literally all you need, and it makes a really, really moist, awesome cake. So now I'm just gonna give this a really good mix. So you can see how it kind of gets from all the soda. I'm sorry, it's called pop. I'm from the Midwest, so it's called pop. I don't know why I just called it soda, but anyways. So you're just gonna give this really good mix. All right, now something else I'm gonna add is a can of mandarin oranges. I absolutely love these. These were my favorite when I was a little kid. I'm just gonna put this in here too. It's gonna make a very delicious, easy dessert, guys. Gonna fold these in. What's great about these mandarin oranges, when you take a bite out of the cake, they have like a little pop, a little juice pop from the mandarin oranges. take this out. I'm gonna pour this cake batter into this baking dish. So this is my first time kind of doing this, and I'm just kind of thought mandarin oranges would be good. I've heard of the soda cakes, but I'm just kind of winging this whole thing. So we're gonna see how this turns out together. So just kind of give this a good spread out. I'm gonna give it, well, shake, shake, shake. All right, now you're gonna follow the instructions on the cake box. So I'm gonna put this in the oven on 350 for 30 to 40 minutes. All right, I just took this out of the oven a little while ago. I did let it cool just a little bit so I could handle it. Now I have some cream cheese frosting. This is absolutely my favorite kind of frosting. I was gonna actually get, what's it, funfetti? Which is basically this kind of frosting just with like sprinkles or chocolate chips. All right. Now, I'm no cake decorator, so I'm just gonna make this look as good as I possibly can. Spread this out. You don't want it all in the middle. It's a lot of frosting. Said no one ever. Gotta add some more mandarin oranges. I'm no cake decorator, guys, but gotta kind of make it look a little bit pretty, right, before you serve it. Look how good that looks, guys. Awesome. Okay, now, this cake is so moist. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't tried the soda cake, you have to try it. And cake is moist regardless anyways when you get one from the box, but when you do it like this, I don't know, it just gives it a little bit extra. Look at that. See those mandarin oranges on the inside too that I left in there? All right, guys, I'm taking these mini powdered donuts, putting them in a greased baking dish. These are some of my favorite. I used to love to eat these when I was a kid. Now I'm taking 2 cans of cherry pie filling. Laying that right on top. Gotta get the rest of this goop out. It's the best part. Okay. Now you're just gonna take these, spread them out a little bit, try to cover the donuts. They don't have to cover all of them. It's a really nice color so far. Okay. Now I'm gonna take some ground cinnamon. Just a nice little layer on top of the cherries. Actually take some salt. It's kind of surprising, but salt brings out the flavor really, really well in desserts. Just a small pinch. Next, I'm gonna do a can of sweetened condensed milk. So super, super thick. Perfect. Take this, attempt to spread it out a little bit. Once it's cooking, it's gonna kind of evenly spread out once it melts a little bit. Looks great so far. Now I'm gonna put this aside for a minute. Right here, I have a box of yellow cake mix. Damn, it always comes out like that. Okay. Now I'm gonna take a can of sparkling water. I'm sure you guys have heard of those soda cakes before. Well, you could actually do sparkling water too. You don't need to add eggs, oil, anything like that. Gives it a really nice texture, makes it really moist. So you can see how it kind of foams up like that a little bit. Great. That looks good. Take this. Now you're gonna take your cake batter and just pour it over the top. This looks great so far. Spatula. All right. And one of the final steps I'm gonna do, and it's okay if the donuts are sticking out a little bit. Take some colorful sprinkles, add those on top. Gotta make it look nice, right? All right. There we go. And you're gonna take this, bake it on 350 for about 20 to 30 minutes. All right, guys, I took this out of a little while ago, let it cool a little bit. This was our powdered donuts with a cherry pie filling, cake mix on top, sprinkles. And we did the soda water with the cake mix. See kind of some of the, I like the end pieces the best. All right. Look how good that looks, guys.